What's up, everybody? Can y'all hear me? I hope everybody can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Welcome back to the official Baddies East after show only on Damien After Dark. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button right below this video. Click the thumbs up button and like this video. And get in the comments. I want to know who all is here. Let me know who you are, where you're from. I'm so excited you all are coming in the live. Baddies East, Season 4, Episode 4. We're about to talk about it. So much went down this episode. And baby, you better believe we're going to talk about it, okay? You can hear me. Hey, Dorothy. Hello, my loves. Let me see who all's in here. Hi, Alexa. Hey there, fearless boy. It was a good episode. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. But wait till you watch the after show first. Then go watch it, okay? Hi, Alexa. Hey, boo. So excited to see you guys here. So glad y'all are joining me. Listen, it went down tonight, baby. It went down, and we got to talk about it. I got to hear what y'all have to say about the episode. You know, I got my opinion about what's going on. Hi, Ivy. How are you, my love? Thank you for joining. I'm so happy to see each and every one of you, whether you're new here, whether you're an OG here. Thank you for joining. Brandy, I'm so excited you're here. Every week you show up. A lot of y'all I see week after week, and it means the world to me, okay? We're about to get into Baddies East, Episode 4, Tesehki versus Chrisean and her minions. Oh. Wow. Hey, Damien, finally caught alive. Been watching you for a minute now. Love your channel. Hi, Danielle. I never say it spelled like that. Danielle. Instead of Danielle, it's Danielle. I like that. Hi, Danielle. Well, thank you for watching. I'm glad that you came in and said hello. I always love to greet you guys, get to know you guys, and meet you guys, even though I don't get to see you one-on-one. And that's another thing. I'm glad I thought of that. If you want to come up here and join me, if you're not shy, now listen, I know how it can be joining lives and being on video. It can be intimidating. When I first started doing this years ago, before I did YouTube, I did Facebook Lives when I sold products and stuff, and it was nerve-wracking. I get it. But listen, I would love for you to join me. If you want to join me up here on stage, and I'll even give you this. You ain't even got to show your face. You can just do the audio if you're that scared. I know how it be. But, you know, it's just little old me. And ain't nothing to be scared of. So if you want to chime in and give me your opinion, you want to join the conversation up here in person, let me know and I will bring you up on stage. Thank you. Hi, how are you, Sharika? Hope I said that right. From Pensacola. I love Pensacola. I think I went through Pensacola this year. I was in Pensacola back in July. Hi, Angel. I'm so glad you're here, OG follower. Listen, let's get into the episode, okay? As more people will come in, I'm sure. Before I get started, if you haven't checked out my vlog, I posted a new video this weekend of a vlog with me and my family in the park. Just some things I do on the weekends, giving you guys a little bit more insight into my life instead of doing just these after shows. So if you're interested in that, after this after show, go check out the vlog. I would really appreciate that. I don't know about y'all, but it's kind of cold here. It's got a little chilly. That's why I got this jacket on. I need to cut some heat on because I'm a little cold right now. I think that's everywhere. I think we've all got a cold front, right? Anita from Australia. Good day, mates. I have an Australian subscriber. I'm so excited you're here. I hope that sounded Australian and not British, because you know British and Australian accents sound a lot alike. Thank you, Anita, all the way from Australia. Bitch, I'm worldwide tonight. Okay, let's get into some things. I'm so ready to talk about this. Yes, I'm so disappointed in Chrisean. I love you too, baby. Thank you so much. I'm so disappointed in Chrisean, even though I knew this is the type of person Chrisean was. How do you do your own family like that? Ooh. see, I've never been to Chicago, but I've always wanted to go. But that's one of the things that keeps me away. I don't like the cold. I'm gonna have to go in the summer because I heard y'all summers are like the best summers because it's not too hot, but it's like just right. Shout out to Chicago and shout out to you, Danielle. I want to know from y'all. I want to know whose side you're on when it comes to this whole Tesehki and Chrisean and Marsh. This shit is crazy because when Tesehki first told, when we first found out what happened and Tesehki said my sister had me jumped, I'm like, okay, please tell me this girl is lying. Please tell me that this girl is embellishing this story and lying on her sister. How do you get? I'm just I'm first of all, before we get to that, let's start from the top. Y'all know how we do it here. We start from the top. So before Tesehki or before Chrisean gets Tesehki jumped, we see Tesehki and Chrisean versus Natalie in the kitchen from last week, right? They're arguing, they're fighting. Tesehki is throwing shit everywhere at Natalie. The only time it landed was when I think Chrisean threw something, because Chrisean threw something at Natalie and it hit her right in the stomach. It hit Natalie right in the stomach. But all those times that Tesehki was throwing shit at Natalie, I don't think it really hit. Now, Chrisean says Natalie has security to protect her from my sister, which I agree. I think that had there been no security in the moment in that house in that moment, Tesehki would have washed Natalie in that kitchen. And I'm sure Chrisean would have helped in some kind of way, even though she's pregnant. Probably a stomp here, a stomp there, a kick in the head. Zeus security, they knew what the fuck was up. They knew that they had to protect Natalie at all costs. Love her or hate her. Am I right? They're not gonna let Natalie get beat on like the rest of these girls do. Now they let her get in there and do a little tussle like she did with Camila, but that was very controlled. That was very planned. They knew what was up. Come on now. Am I the only one that feels that way? Now Natalie tries to tell Chrisean or tries to tell Tesehki, oh, your sister talks shit about you when you're not around. Your sister talks shit about you when you're not around. And Tesehki says, I don't care what my sister says. I don't care what my sister does. That is my blood, and I'm going to side with her every time. Now, looking back at the episode, it's like, are you still going to side with your sister after she had you jumped? Because according to the episode, Tesehki said that she, you know, she hates what her sister did, but she always forgives her because she's young and she's stupid. She's grown enough to get a dick up in her and get pregnant. She's grown enough to know better what she did when she had you jumped. There is no forgiving her, in my opinion. Like, and I know some of y'all may not believe in holding a grudge. I don't really believe in holding a grudge either, but I do believe there are lines that you do not cross when it comes to your family and your friends. And one of those, if my brother had me jump, bitch, I'm not talking to you for the rest of my motherfucking life. Scram, ho. I mean, what? Maybe they do it different in Baltimore. Where my Baltimoreans at? Maybe they do it different in Baltimore, but in Alabama, where I'm at, no, baby, you jump me, and you're my family. Oh no, oh no, oh no. You know what, Danielle? If I don't know how long you've been watching me, but I've talked about it here on the show. I have a love hate with Natalie. And when I first found her on Bad Girls Club back in 2009, I loved Natalie. I had been obsessed with Natalie up until Sarah exposed her. That's when I kind of like fell off the Natalie train. When Sarah released those audios and we hear Natalie making all these nasty, colorist, just fucked up ass remarks. But I have like this love hate thing with her. She's very entertaining. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be up here talking about this show right now, right? So I guess I gotta give it to her. Chrisean is giving Exorcist Twisted Sister. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with her. First of all, you need to be at home on the couch crocheting with your pregnant belly while you out here with bottles being thrown, bitches getting drunk, weed being smoked. I'm sure that CPS is watching her. I'm sure. Hey, 1 second, y'all. Can you close this door for me, please?
Yeah.
Mic check 1 2. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my mother, and I had to. Let's see what T had to say. T says, I see both sides because Tesehki was threatening to beat her up on the bus and told Chrisean to send her to fight. Okay, yes, but I think that was just sisters talking shit. You know, if that was my brother, I'm talking to him, we probably talk to each other like that. I'm gonna beat your ass, that type of thing. I don't think Tesehki was gonna put her hands on her pregnant sister. Mind you, just the episode before or before that, Tesehki didn't want to put her hands on Vicki or on a Matt because she felt like that they were weak and fragile and she didn't want to do that. So why would she put her hands on her pregnant sister? I felt like, and I've not been the biggest Tesehki fan, so I'm just gonna call it what it is. When you're right, and when you're wrong. Okay? And I don't think Tesehki was wrong in this situation. I really don't. Should she have threatened her sister? No. Do I think she was going to put her hands on her sister? No. I think those are just sisters talking shit. And furthermore, this is another thing about little Marsh, little bobblehead Marsh. Stay out of family business, okay? You're the friend. Stay in the friend lane and stay out of family's business. Like, I'm blown away. And even if my friend asked me to do that, I would say, girl, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to jump your sister for you. Like, what? You're going to regret this tomorrow. No, this is your sister. No, no. If it's that deep, birth your baby, then whoop her ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, y'all. I may not get to read all of y'all's comments because they come fast and I appreciate it so much. But in order to do commentary and engage with you guys, I won't be able to read them all. It just is what it is. I'm sure y'all know that. It ain't nothing personal. So Brandy says, yeah, I'm on Tesehki's side on this one. You don't have outsiders jump your blood. I mean, that's all it is. That's pretty much it. Shall I go any further? Thank you for your comment though, T. No offense, Marsh looks like a little person in the face, but she's average. She kind of does. And no, I know what you're saying. Like, no, it's no offense at all. And I see, this is why I like Crimson Chin. I love you, babe. This is one of my OG followers. Y'all notice, take notes. Crimson Chin said, no offense, Marsh looks like a little person in the face, but the average height. Correct term being little person. Ain't nobody trying to offend little people. If we were, we'd be using derogatory terms, right? Because I be hearing folks, what is that? Y'all see that? How'd that get up on the screen? How did that get up on the screen? Did y'all see that? Is that just me? It was like a bubble with a thumbs up in it. Is that new? Child, my age is really coming in. See, even though I'm 30, I feel like I can't keep up with like the 18 to 25-year-old generation with this TikTok and reels and bubbles on the fucking screen with thumbs in it. Like, what? What was that? Did you see? Like, was that just me? Like, what is that? I didn't know that was a thing on here. Like, what? Is that has to be a new YouTube feature? Okay, y'all saw it too. That has to either be a new YouTube feature or I don't know, shit. But I mean, at least it was a thumbs up and not a thumbs down, right? I'll take it. Why do Chrisean's minions even got confessionals? Listen, baby, and y'all, I went old school on the notes. Y'all know I usually do them on my computer or my iPad, but I had to write tonight, baby. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. Thank you for putting me back in check. Where are we at? Let me put Tom's comment up here real quick and let y'all read that while I find where I'm at. Okay, so So we see half the girls, since this fight with Natalie and Chrisean and her sister, half of the girls go to a different house. Because let's face it, they got so many damn girls this season, they probably can't all fit in one house. So there's two houses while they're in DC. And Chrisean and her sister are going to go to a separate house too, in order to cool down, to separate from Natalie. And we see this house was definitely given DC, right? It was given, very George Washington. Um, I shout out. Can I just want to give a little shout out to Scotty, because Scotty, it's a long shot, but if you watch him, boo, keep that look. I like the hair she had tonight, the pink hair that suited her. She looks cute. She looked fun, fresh, light. It didn't look wiggy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought Scotty looked really cute tonight. I did. Now what started all this Chrisean and Tesehki shit? In the sprinter going to the club, we see Chrisean get mad at Tesehki when she gets on live. Tesehki's on live. She's talking to her followers. And apparently she invites some people to the club that Rock is not a fan of, that Rock does not like. And I'll be honest with y'all, it's like having two Chriseans, to be honest with you. Her and Tesehki, and like the way that they both act, they're both like just raw out there, and they both look alike. It's like having two Rocks. What did you say, Tom? Chrisean is a low down narcissistic cockroach. Ooh, child, not a cockroach. She needs to go home and never come back to reality TV ever again. Tonight's episode was some fucked up shit. Rock is the root of a lot of the problems. Yeah. Chrisean, like, this tonight really like made my mind up about Chrisean, because I was always on the fence with her. Like, I liked her, but then at the same time she would do shit that was like, but now it's like, girl, there ain't no coming back from that. If you will do that to your own sister, you will sacrifice that baby in your stomach. Well, the baby that she's birthing now. If you will do that to your sister, you will sacrifice your own child. I believe it. Shit. I could see if her and Tesehki didn't have a relationship growing up. Maybe they were, long lost sisters, or they never liked each other growing up. But from my knowledge, from what I've seen and heard and observed, they grew up together, right? Hey there, Durga. So glad you're here, babe. Mwah. Thanks for joining us. Listen, I think everybody that didn't like Chrisean before, they really don't like her now. Like, they really don't like her now. Yeah, not the matching Hooters outfits. They thought they was really doing something, didn't they? Coming out there in the matching Hooters outfits. Like, y'all are on the wrong side of history right now. Like, what? Of Baddies history. Chrisean is a dub. Not a dub now. She's a dub. Okay. At first, I didn't know who knocked Jay. I slowed it down. Mariah connected to her cheek, and Tesehki connected to Jay's chin. So if Jay get knocked out, did Tesehki? So if Jay did get knocked out, Tesehki hit would cause that. Okay, who is Jay? And are you talking? You're not talking about, because we got to talk about the preview for next week too, and who's getting knocked the fuck out then. Who knocked Vicki out, and who knocked Anna Mac out? But who is Jay? Yes, I've been enjoying Natalie this season. I really have. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I have been enjoying Natalie this season. Well, Vicki allegedly said no licky licky, so that's why they not no licky licky. Why they want to lick? All the girls on that show, and you want to go after Vicki? Yeah. Okay. Wait, Janet. That's her name, right? We ain't gonna call her Jay. We're gonna call her Miss Janet. Janet. Right? Sounds like a librarian. No shade to any Janets that are watching, okay? No shade, but she got an old woman's name. Listen, my name is the devil's son, okay? I am Satan's child, apparently. So I'm not shading names, but we ain't gonna call her Jay. We're gonna call her Janet. Y'all call her Janet. Don't call her Jay in this chat room. I hate jumping. I cannot stand jumping. The only time I condone jumping is if you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've done some low bottom of the barrel type shit that you just can't come back from. Like, yeah, you deserve a good ass whooping. But I don't like fight somebody one-on-one. I don't agree with that jumping shit. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Is that what they do in Baltimore? So bad. So bad. The Doberman twins. So that's what started it. Well, no, I feel like what started it really was when Tesehki wouldn't pop Vicki and Anna Mac. And when Tesehki wouldn't pop Anna Mac or Vicki, that pissed Chrisean off. Okay? Then it was Tesehki inviting Chrisean's ops to the club, or whoever Chrisean didn't like. That was the second strike that pissed her off. I don't know what strike 3 was, but I guess that's what ultimately possessed Rock to put this hit out on her sister. Now, Natalie and Scotty and Rollie, they're on a separate bus, a sprinter bus headed to the venue. They're going separate from the other girls, and they're talking about the artist lineup. And I have to agree with Rollie because they're all like, who is going to perform, you know? And I'm like, here we go again. What is happening? Could somebody please tell me what's happening? What is going on? Somebody's doing this shit from the watchtower and they ain't saying nothing. Okay. Hey, homebody. How are you, babe? Thanks for joining. Yes. Hey, Night Squad. I like that. Squad. What is it? I want to know what it is. So I was with Rollie because Rollie said, look, I feel like only the real performers, the people who have been releasing music, should be performing. And I agree. I hate every season when they do this show and everybody the night before the club appearance wants to get on the iPod and record a song and then they want to perform it the next night. No, because then it looks a hot, sloppy mess. And we got all these fucking people who don't know how to stay on beat, don't know how to carry a tune to save their life on stage. And it's just like, what? So I agree with her. I'm like, let's get the people who really perform up there, which was MariahLynn, who's on Love and Hip Hop New York. I mean, I wouldn't say she's like, you know, the greatest performer ever, but she's a performer, and we have to give her that. She's got music. Rollie's been releasing music ever since she's been on Zeus. We obviously know Chrisean has her music. We saw T jump on stage trying to perform. I'm like, what's your song? I thought the extras weren't gonna perform. Like, and no shade, because when I first liked T at the beginning, and I still kind of do, but she's falling off for me. I don't know what it is about T that I can't put my finger on. I think it's just I think it's the camera consciousness, maybe. I think she's always very conscious about what she says on camera. But what do y'all think about T? Are y'all liking T? And what is her name? Is that her real name? I wrote it down. Himyum, and I'm not being shady. I'm seriously. Himyum Hesti? Himyumsti? Himyumsti? I see why they call her T now, but I just want to know how to pronounce it. Himyumsti? Himyumsti. I don't know. It's T, I guess. Whatever. Let's talk about Chrisean getting off the sprinter, trying to defuse the situation with her and her sister, because her and her sister are going back and forth. Chrisean steps off the sprinter to defuse the situation, and we see an egg go like this close from her head. And I'm just like, what in the heck? Who is throwing eggs at Chrisean? Did they ever catch the person that threw the egg? And why in the fuck? That shows just how dark and twisted some people be, and how like how big of haters that some people can be. Seriously. They don't know this girl from a can of paint. She's there at a club appearance. Now, I don't care if you like Chrisean or not. I'm just speaking facts, okay? I would have said this about anybody that got off the Sprinter bus. Y'all don't know any of these people from Adam, just like I don't know any of these people from Adam. I would sit up here and talk shit on them every Sunday night, but when we be real about it, we don't know these people, especially enough, knowing them enough to throw a fucking egg at them. Like, what, I don't get it. Chrisean is pregnant. What kind of trash do you have to be to try to assault a pregnant woman? Because throwing an egg at someone, believe it or not, is assault. I just didn't agree with that. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? Like, this is why, like, this generation that we're in, you can't even go out and have a good time. You see people throwing shit at artists on the stage. Y'all are gonna fuck it up for everybody. Stay the fuck home if you're on that childish shit. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got time for all that. What y'all saying? Is that really it? Hi, my name's it might be. Is that really what it means? Tell me that's not what she done. Because that can't be what her birth name is. I know her mama did not name her, hi, my name is T. Y'all gotta be fucking kidding me. Scott was given Silent of the Lambs, Jodie Foster. Why you say that? Now, keep in mind, Angel, I was young when Silent of the Lambs came out. Now I remember seeing it, but I was very young, and I don't really. I just know you got the man that eats people and shit. But what does Sky got to do with that? I'll tell you one thing about Sky. Sky, she gives. In those confessionals, Sky gives, baby. She gives 10, 10, 10s across the board. Give me face, 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 face. Yeah. Face card never declines. My God. Listen, that is one pretty ass woman. Okay? Sky is beautiful. I don't care what nobody says. Who is throwing eggs nowadays, though? Like, this isn't some medieval play and we can boo them off the stage with food. Right. Like, bitch, this ain't 1000 BC. We ain't stoning motherfuckers. Imagine if that would have hit her in the face. Like, oh, do you know how mad you would be? Not only that, you're filming a show, cameras are on you, all these people are out here to see you. You're getting off, and then an egg, you're a hating ass bitch. Whoever did that, they're miserable. We got to get into Mariah. Thank you, Devin. We got to get into Mariah because listen, I told you at the beginning that I was on the fence about MariahLynn, but MariahLynn has sold me. She's won me over. I really like her. I like how she's standing up for Tesehki. I like how she said, if your sister is going to turn on you that way, I'll be your sister and I'll fight these bitches for you. I like the Biggie impression that she gave. I think she looks fucking beautiful as fuck in the confessionals. I mean, gorgeous. And I never watched her on Love and Hip Hop. I just never took her serious as a rapper. However, she's entertaining and I like her. I really do. And I'm sorry that I gave you hell in the past, Mariah, which I really didn't give her hell. I just didn't give her a chance in the beginning. I feel like, where do they be finding these clubs? Listen, I don't know, but I think it works out for the clubs in the end because look, Zeus is like, we need your club. And they're like, hey, we need your audience. Because think about it. If I go to a nightclub this weekend and set up and I start promoting that the baddies are coming, it's gonna bring a lot of people. Let's just face it. It is what it is. The show has got a large crowd, so I don't know. That's what they not tomato. I don't know. What is worse, tomatoes or eggs? I feel like the egg is probably worse because it cracks and that's hard. And the tomatoes, at least, I don't know, but you get a good ripe tomato, that bitch will hurt too. Right. All they was missing was the motherfucking bacon, cereal, milk. Did you miss what, babe? Lori, that ain't you, is it? No. What are you talking about, London? Did I miss it? Yeah, she was. And I'm like, damn, Tesehki. And I understand you love your sister. Like, no matter what happens, you'll always have that love. But I couldn't respect her. I couldn't respect her. I would not be able to respect her. Now, they get in the club and Chrisean's performing. Did y'all see her little clout chasing buddies that's with her, Marsh? Did y'all see Marsh when Chrisean was performing It's a Vibe? Chrisean couldn't even perform. She up here, It's a Vibe. And Marsh is like right here, following her everywhere, going, like, bitch, get on. The fuck? This is my moment, my stage. You're the groupie. Get where the groupie stands. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be all up on me trying to steal my shine, because that's what I get from Marsh and her little friend. Y'all are clout chasing little fame whores, is what you are. And what you thought and what you did is y'all concocted this little plan with Chrisean to jump on Tesehki, hoping to get on the show, and it worked. But what y'all don't realize is that the fans are going to be on Tesehki's side. Unless this story just twists in some kind of way that we don't know about yet. Y'all look like two little bebopping, bobblehead, pussy popping, backpedaling minions. That's what you look like to the whole world. Stay out of family business, okay? Stay the fuck out of family business. Yeah, I like Mariah, and I love the blonde on her with her confessional with the blonde straight hair and her contacts, and then that green suit. She looks like money. She literally looked like money with that green corset or whatever she had on that was like sparkly encrusted. I liked it. Listen, me too. I said if I had to dive in some pussy, it would be Scott. And I don't know what it is. I like her personality. I don't know what it is. Girl, they stoning folks, Alexa. They trying to stone folks. Hey, caramel toes, what you got to say? Tones, not toes. I'm sorry. Chrisean had a beef with Cuzzo since Blue Girls Club show Blue had. They was on. Blue was sleeping with Cuzzo, and Chrisean doesn't like that. Doesn't like her. So Rock had her friend run up on her at the audition. Okay, let's see. Y'all gonna have to break it down to me when y'all if they're not on the show. If they're not on the show, just let me know who they are if y'all don't mind. Like, put in parentheses, Chrisean had a beef with Cuzzo, parentheses, whoever. Is that the girl that Tesehki was that Tesehki was inviting to the club? Chrisean had a beef with Cuz XO since Blue Girls Club. Okay, so her and this girl were on Blue Girls Club together, which it was Blueface's show on OnlyFans for those who don't know. And they was on Blue. Hold on. Chrisean had a beef. Blue Girls Club show. Blue had. And Chrisean doesn't like her. Okay, so Chrisean don't like this girl because she was fucking Blue. So she had her friends run up on her at the audition. Okay, so where does this girl come into place? This Cuz XO. Where does she come into play? I agree. For some reason, MariahLynn is giving boss bitch to me on this show. I didn't really watch her on Love and Hip Hop. I didn't either, but yeah, she's coming across a lot better to me. I've seen clips of her on Love and Hip Hop because my mom watches that show, but I never could get into it because Love and Hip Hop comes off too fake to me. Yes, Alexa, I agree. What about Smiley? Now that you ask, Mystical, I've got some notes about Smiley where in that scene with her and Rollie tonight, she looked very pretty. Smiley is growing on me. However, like Rollie said, Rollie even said it. This is why I fucks with Rollie so hard. Even though she says problematic shit, I'm always thinking what Rollie's thinking most of the time. Most of the time. But when Rollie and Smiley were talking, Rollie even said, I really am learning to like Smiley, but there's just something about her that I can't put my finger on. And that's me. There's something about her that I don't know what it is. I'm not saying I don't like her, but there's just something there that we don't know. I mean, and then last week she talking about, you know, I got connections because I'm in the black market. Like, girl, what are you doing? What, don't you have children? Why are you up on TV telling yourself? For clout? Because clout is not going to get you out of jail when the feds come knocking. Like, she just gives. There's something really thirsty about Smiley to me. But just like Mariah, just like the rest of them, I'm giving her a chance. I'm letting it play out. What do y'all think about Smiley? Let me catch up on that. In London, I know I'm late on this comment, but you can watch the episode whenever you want. It's on the Zeus Network app. You can't watch it here. This is the after show. We don't air any of the episode here. You know, I'm going to say that calmly and nicely. So yeah, if you haven't caught the Baddies East episode yet and you want to watch it, go to the Zeus Network app and download it. It is $5.99 a month, but that gives you a month's access to their shows. Okay. Yeah, their clubs do be sketchy. You're right. Their clubs do be sketchy. I wish they would put y'all's comments, like when this video is over and it posts, I wish they would put y'all's comments in the comment section of the video, because like once the live's over, I feel like all the comments go away. Or maybe I just don't know where they are. Is that who that was? Oh, was that who that was? If that was who that was, listen, I was already liking Mariah, but she's really gonna get my MVP for next week. Okay? Because she told old girl Tesehki, if your sister won't have your back, I'll have your back. I'm not gonna let these bitches jump on you. So MariahLynn, if that was the one who punched Jay at the end of on next week's episode, she stuck to her word, and I'm really gonna fuck with Mariah. Am I really about to stand Mariah? Agreed. Despite some of the problematic things she said, Rollie seems to have a good sense on picking up vibes with people's situations. That part. Yes, every time somebody come around, Rollie usually can call the shit out. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. Girl, what are you doing? Where are we at our notes? So back where I was at, y'all. Yes, she does. Hello, Millennium King. Thanks for joining. Mwah. I appreciate you being here. So let's talk about at the club when everybody's performing. Natalie comes in and she's pissed. Now I want to hear from y'all what you think about this. Do y'all blame Natalie in this situation? Do you agree with how she handled this? She came in and she's pissed because Chrisean is there on stage with her friends and her family. And apparently this is the same family members who was starting shit with Natalie back on episode 1. So Natalie's pissed. And she says she's not feeling it. She's going back to the sprinter. She says, if y'all want this to be the Chrisean show, let it be the fucking Chrisean show. I think she's really upset after this fight between Tesehki and Chrisean and her. And she's like, if these two girls are going to gang up on me and then they want to come perform at the club and have their family who also tried to jump on me be here, no, this is my shit. And I kind of don't blame Natalie in that sense. If I had created this show and I'm producing it and I got all these girls with me and then I got somebody who tried to jump me with their family here, I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Biggie about to make her way into the house. Yes, we're going to get into that in a second, King. Thank you. Mystical World. Smiley has already threatened her black mark connections on the girls. Really? Did she? Did she do this on the show, Devin, or was this on social media or what? And y'all got, what is this black market stuff that she be talking about? Is she talking about like cartel type shit? Is she talking about like dark web type shit? Like, what is going on? Natalie knew her ass was about to be set up in the worst way by Chrisean. I agree. I agree. And even Scotty said, shout out to all 50 of y'all in the building. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, tell a friend, phone a friend, let them know what's going on. I love each and every one of y'all. But I agree with you. I think that they was probably fixing to be on some sneak jump shit. If Chrisean had her own fucking sister jumped, why wouldn't she have Natalie Nunn jumped? Right? And we only saw a snippet of what happened. We only saw a little. Oh, my vape matches my jacket. How cute is that? Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to get off topic. But we only saw a snippet of what happened in the club. So Natalie probably saw some weird shit. And she was like, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. And see, this is my problem with Zeus. Zeus don't care. They're going to let anybody scrap as long as it gets them the content that they need. I just feel like some shit should be off limits. You know what I'm saying? Say Chrisean did have her family get ready to jump Natalie. Zeus security should be ready to handle that at all costs. But I feel like they would let some of it go down. Smiley threatened all baddies by mentioning that on the show. And bitch can't hold a candle to me, though. Well, I didn't take that as a threat. Was it a threat? Because I thought she was just trying to tell Natalie, like, because Natalie asked her, how are you? She asked Smiley, how do you keep finding us? You're showing up at every event we go to. You're showing up at every different location that we're at. How do you find us? And Smiley replied by saying, I've got black market connections type things. So I didn't really take that as a threat, so to speak. I just took it as her trying to look cool and you know, like, look at me, I got this. But in reality, I thought it made her look stupid, because if she is doing some illegal shit, the feds is watching. Zeus has got a big viewership, and I'm sure somewhere in the mix, there's somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody that's in the feds. Thank you, babe. Listen to Alexa. Listen to my girl. That is so cool. Did y'all see that too? Okay, Zeus. Okay, YouTube. I see what y'all doing. Do it again. I wish you would do it again. I thought it was because I did this. I thought the hearts popped up because maybe not. Maybe somebody did it. I don't know. Rock set up her sister and her friends because she knew. Rock set up her sister and her friends because she knew she was offered to be a UFC fighter, but turned it down to do her music. So are you saying that Rock knows that her sister can fight, and if she was offered to be a UFC fighter, then obviously Tesehki can fight? That's why Chrisean had her be jumped versus a one-on-one fight, because they know Tesehki can whoop ass, right? No, I'm not frozen, babe. I was just reading the comment. I was just reading that comment. As soon as I see something, I'm dip. Where I'm dipping. Right, right. Me too. Be like Saucy Santana in that video of him and Zelle in the club when he ran out so quick. When Erica Mena and Zelle and all them got to fighting in the club, and Saucy grabbed that bag so quick. That's me too. I ain't got time for the foolery. I got too much to lose. Nope. Right. A wise woman once said, my mom had a friend who has passed away now. Rest in peace, Daphne. Her name was Daphne. And she always used to say, and which is so true, self never tell on self. Okay? So what is wrong with you, Smiley? Right, like, girl, if the police start banging on your door, don't say nothing. You better call Lemmy. You better call Natalie. When the police come knocking, Zeus ain't gonna be able to do shit. They don't come bail you out the way they bailed Orlando Brown out. Laugh my ass off. You two gonna be messing with you with the whole live with their emotes. I love it. It's cute for you. Thank you. I think it's cute too. Like I said, at least it's positive stuff. If I was getting hate up here, I would really be freaked out. Like, okay, somebody's really after me now. Like, yeah, it is cute. So like, maybe they're showing me love. I appreciate it. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Just like Beyonce said, I want to say thank you in case I don't say thank you enough. Okay? I appreciate y'all so fucking much for joining me each and every Sunday. It's a party over here. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're sharing. Smiley is the type that wants to be seen as tough, but it shows she's insecure. Maybe that's what I think I've been trying to say, that I've been thinking, but I just couldn't verbalize it. There you go. Can I pin that comment? I'm going to star that comment. Smiley is the type that wants to be seen as tough, but it shows she's insecure. And listen, we've talked about that here on the after show. And please, if any of y'all are considering being on reality TV, you want to be on reality TV, listen to me clear, and please take my advice. Don't go on these shows trying to give a persona because you think that's what we want to see. Don't go on there and think, I'm going to be this tough guy. I'm gonna say this. Don't do that. Just go in there and be you. When you are yourself, we as the viewers can see that, and we relate to authenticity, and that's how we fall in love with you. Don't be a Smiley. Now I'm hoping Smiley lets her guard down a little bit and lets this Fugazi clout shit go, this Hollywood shit go, and maybe she can sit with us. She's gonna have to give Lemmy some BBW if she wants. Oh, nobody want none of that. Scotty brought her dog to make her feel like she's less of a dog to Natalie. Oh, you ain't have to do her like that, homebody. I have a small dog and I wouldn't bring him around that. Hit me up. It's my. Hit me. It's up. Hit my dog. It's hell. I know that's right. Listen, my dog is like my fucking child. Now, I think Scotty's intentions for bringing the dog, I see what she was thinking, because we all know that pets, particularly dogs, can be emotional support, animals, and that's what my dog is for me. It's like he emotionally supports me in so many ways. So I understand Scotty's point of view when it comes to bringing the dog. But however, like you said, homebody, she shouldn't have brought the dog in that environment. And Scotty, you've been doing this shit for 2 or 3 years, so you should know, like, this is going to be a very tense, toxic, environment where there's a lot of fighting. That little dog could easily be stepped on, laid on, fell on, hit, anything. And oh my God, I'd be ready. I would go to jail. I would be in the motherfucking jail. And there wouldn't be an amount of money that Zeus could pay to get me out if somebody hit my dog. Oh, I agree with that 100%. You think so, Armand? You think she cleaned them up? We're going to have to see next week. I would like to hope. I hope she did. I was rooting for her. Look, when they were playing that fight at the end, I was over here like, I wanted Tesehki to mop that girl up like she was nothing. Millennium King says, my top 3 faves so far in order are Tesehki, Sky, and Mariah. Okay. I'm with that. I like Sky and Mariah are going on 2 of my favorites too. Let me know what y'all think. Who are y'all's favorites so far? I want to hear who your MVPs of the week were. Who are your favorites so far? And who are your weakest links? And if you want to come up on here and join me, if you want to come on stage and join me, I will bring you up. You don't have to show your face. If you're shy and you don't want to, you can just do audio, or you can show your face. Come on up. Y'all don't be shy. And we can talk about it. I want to see more of Sia, but I low-key think she's holding back because she thinks some of the house might be homophobic. I don't know. You know, I was thinking this. Listen, I was thinking the same tonight as far as wanting to see more of her. I feel like she's a little bit more reserved. She's a little bit more chill, maybe she's just trying to fill it out still, since it is kind of early. What they're on day, they're this is episode 4. They're probably a week into filming, maybe a little over a week, maybe not even a week. So she's probably still trying to fill the girls out. Maybe we'll get to see more of her. I don't see her fighting anybody this season. Do y'all know? Does she fight anybody? I don't see Sia fighting anybody, because I feel like if she did, she would really mop the floor with some of these girls. Y'all know what I'm saying? Hey, Jason. How are you, my love? Thanks for joining. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, that's a terrible environment for that little fur baby. I have a Yorkie myself. Used to have to, and it irritated me to see the dog around that. Some dogs, yes, great point, Alexa, because let me tell you, my dog Cooper, y'all may have seen me bring him on the live before sometimes. Is he in here? I was going, Coop. Oh, he's in there with my mom. If, like, when I've been in a fight before, not a fight, an argument, if I'm arguing, say me and my mom were in there arguing, I was raising my voice, like my chihuahua is like shaking in the corner. So I could only imagine what putting him in this kind of environment would do. Like I could only imagine. So what did y'all think of? We're going to talk more about the whole jumpation of it all. We're going to talk about the jumping, Chrisean, Tesehki. We're going to talk about all that. However, I do want to talk about other key points in the episode. And one of those things are the performances. What did y'all think of MariahLynn and Rollie's performance? I'm not going to really include Rock in it because let's face it, how many times have we seen Rock perform? It's a vibe. It's the same thing every time. It's a vibe all the time. It's the same all the time. So what do y'all think about MariahLynn and Chrisean's performance? I want to hear that. I want to hear what y'all got to say about that, because I thought their songs were okay. You know, they were pretty good. They were okay. Wasn't a showstopper. It wasn't like, and I feel like, of course, Chrisean had the fans going because they know the song, they know the lyrics. The other girls, not so much. I feel like some of those girls knew a little bit of Mariah's music. Let me see what y'all saying. Crimson says Mariah was so cute, the little dance she was doing. Yeah, and then Sia kind of mocked it, her little dance in the confessional. Yeah. And you know, I'm glad that they're, at least Zeus gives them a chance to promote their music. You know, if we're gonna come on this show and fight and look a fool, let's benefit from it. What are we getting from it? Okay, a fat paycheck. Okay, I can expose my music. I can promote my jewelry line. I can do, you know, whatever. So at least I admire her for that. They're always making out and touching one another. I don't think she thinks that. Plus, they were flirting and grinding on her before filming. You talking about Sia and other girls? I haven't really seen her make out with any other girl. Who was she making out with? I don't think she thinks that. Plus, they were. I know you're referring to the girls being possibly homophobic, and that's why Sia's probably in her shell, right? Who has Sia been making out and flirting with? But you know what's bad, y'all? I was low-key sitting there thinking, damn, she, like, being a gay man, I could be turned on by Sia. Like, I know there wouldn't be much we could do in the bedroom, but it's like, I don't know. I be finding myself, my tongue is blue from this fucking Circle K slushy, but some of these masculine presenting women, they be fine, okay? I'm just saying. Mystical says all their performances were dry. To be honest, let's talk about their club outfits. Do we want to get into the outfits? Who was worst dressed? Who do y'all feel like was the worst dressed of them all? Oh, like what? Like, huh? I just like low key when I see Sia, I want to be like, get the strap. I want to be like, get the strap. Oh, oh my god, I can't believe I just said that on camera right now. Okay. Get the strap, Sia. Sia is with Sky. Not sure. Oh, that'd be a sexy ass couple. I would watch that. I would watch that. Sia and Sky, Pound Town, get the strap. Oh yeah. I would watch that. Shut the. You already know. You. We see each other. You already know. You already know. Brock's sister's hair was a mess. I'm laughing at this. Yes, girl, get the strap. Uh, uh, yeah, yeah. What? Pound Town. Hey, I'm out here in Miami looking for the hoochie daddy. I'm trying to get my scratch. Y'all's comments are killing me. I can't say his name because he be cheating. And I'm the reason. I am, ain't I? Thank you, boo. I'm giving sexy red tonight, baby. Pound Town in this bitch. Oh, listen. Y'all don't get me started. I'll be up here throwing it in a circle for real. That's why I won't come on here drinking with y'all, because I don't drink much. Y'all ain't gonna get me. Y'all ain't gonna get me up here embarrassing myself so I can watch the next day shaking my head like, oh my god, I can't believe you did that. Who are you talking about, Mystic? Who was our sperm donor? Oh, I'm sorry, Devin. I'm sorry. I mean, the rest of the cast makes out. But before leaving for their first date, they was grinding on Sia. Okay, I see what you're saying. Sia doesn't think they're homophobic because all the girls be making out with one another. I see what you're saying now. Okay. And they kept making insinuations that they want her. I got you. But I wasn't mad at Rock for getting her sister jumped. She was talking about. Now, Brittany. Now, Brittany. I thank you for your opinion. I thank you for being honest. I appreciate you being here. But now, come on. Let's be, like Mystical said, let's be honest here. You, Brittany, you must be from DC and Baltimore. In what world, Brittany? Brittany Jean, girl. In what world is it okay for your sister, for your blood, to get their friends to jump you? So, Brittany, if you, I don't know if you got a sister or a brother. If your brother or your sister, say you and your sister are having an argument and you and your sister are talking y'all shit like sisters do, and then your sister gets her friends to jump you, you're gonna be cool with that? They have that unhealthy relationship, obviously. I can agree with that. I think they have a very unhealthy relationship, but at the end of the day, I just think there are boundaries we don't cross. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could maybe even give Rock more of a pass if just Marsh or just Janet, one of them went up to Tesehki and wanted to fight on behalf of Chrisean. Okay, maybe we can do something with that. But the fact that y'all both jumped on this girl, knowing she can't defend herself with 2 people on top of her, that was dead fucking wrong. That part. That part. Ain't nobody putting their hands on my sister. Ain't nobody putting their hands on my sister. You got to go through me first. Ain't no motherfucking way. Speak on it, Danielle. Speak on it. Y'all better say something. That's my issue with Rock's friends. Y'all are friends. Stay the fuck out of family business. What me and my sister got going on, that's our business. And I might vent to you about it, but your role as my friend is to listen to me vent, give me advice, and then you stay the fuck out of it. You don't try to, no. Even if Rock wanted him to, y'all should be friends enough to say, we're not doing that to your sister. These girls, Rock could say jump. These girls will say ha ha. Rock could say eat this pussy. These girls will say which lip. It doesn't matter. Devin, be nice. Y'all, we ain't listen. I want everybody to speak their truth. I want everybody to be honest. Just because I say it and just because most of the squad here says it, don't mean you got to agree with it. You know, speak your mind. I don't agree with that shit whatsoever. That's why I said now, Brittany. But I don't want to be mean, y'all. I don't like being mean. Unless we got to be mean. Brittany says, no, I just don't like how much a bully vibe this sister has. Tesehki could tone it down a lot. She could. But when her and Chrisean were arguing, I just looked at it like 2 sisters that were arguing. I didn't look at it like, okay, this one's doing more than the other, or this. Like, I just looked at it like 2 sisters that were going at it. You know what I'm saying? Tesehki threatened her because she found out Rock asked all the cast to jump her, and she was making threats off camera, or Zeus edited it. How do you know that? Was that online? Is that what somebody just said on live? What did Mystical say? Oh, that you and Millennial are talking back and forth. Okay. Dorothy, yeah, respectfully, even when my sister and I have been at odds, no one can lay hands on my family like that. Right. I'm at odds with a family member right now that I haven't spoke to in months. Months. Because of some fucked up shit that they did. I don't know if they watch it or not, but they know that I know what they did. And it was some fucked up shit that this family member of mine did to me. Very fucked up. Like, low. But if I seen somebody put their hands on this person, I'm going to defend them. I'm going to be there for them because it's my family. And maybe what I just said is how Tesehki is feeling after Rock had her jumped. Maybe she's thinking, no matter how dark and twisted and fucked up this was, I still love her. You know, you can't turn that off overnight. Ooh, there we go. Yes. Yes, that's a good way to put it. It's very foreign energy. Like, I didn't know people moved like that. I didn't know people moved like that, but that goes to show you how that family moves and how they rock. No pun intended. You know? Amen. Amen. And you know, somebody once told me, and it's so true, and I have a hard time living in this statement here, but somebody once told me that when it comes to like family, that like just because somebody is in your family, if they're doing toxic things, if they're hurting you and they know that they're hurting you, it's okay to let them go. You know, it's okay to move on. I'm sorry, Gabe. it's so many comments, boo. I didn't. If I'm skipping your, I promise you, it's not intentional. They be coming down through here, and I think you probably just. I don't know how long you've been here, but earlier I was saying to everybody that I won't be able to read every single comment. So if I don't get to yours, I'm so sorry. Because what I'm trying to do is go through the notes as well as engage in the comments. So, because like the very first after show we did here, I strictly read the comments and I never did any of the notes. So I'm trying to do a balance. So I'm sorry, boo. I don't ever want anybody to feel like I'm ignoring them. It's not intentional, I promise. And since you, let me see, what did you say? Listen, everybody's been talking about these matching Hooters outfits. They thought they were doing something. They thought they were giving. They thought they were giving what? Claremont twins, but it was really giving the Victor twins to me. That part. Right. Love you, Gabe, by the way. Rock was shaking after getting her sister jumped. She said, "You want one of us to..." I think because she knows her sister can really fight. Mm. Okay, well, I was just gonna say I haven't really seen any of your comments, but so that one before, was that the only comment you had posted? Because I hadn't seen much of your I can see y'all's face on here or your picture if you have a picture posted. Uh yeah, it was given Party City. It was given run on down to Spirit Halloween down the road and get the cheapest outfit you can find. Yes. Mwah. Um damn it, I was wanting to pop the bubble. Dorothy, they liked your little comment. This comment right here. I was talking about this earlier. Devin says, I think being that Rock is involved in a dark industry, it's best for Tesehki to not make amends with her. Because if she was willing to attempt to get her jumped by the cast / successfully by her friends, what else will Rock do? That's why I said, if you're willing to do that, you'll sacrifice your own child. I think that she will sacrifice her own baby if she had to. Right? And the next episode looks like it's about to be funny as fuck. Well, oh my God. I know. I kind of felt bad for her. I kind of felt bad for Vicki. I'm not going to lie. Well, I'll say that. And then I think about the homophobic shit she said. I'm like, you know what? She kind of deserves an ass whooping. I just don't like to see people get beat up that normally wouldn't fight or don't know how to fight or are scared to fight. But Vicki, you got a mouthpiece on you, mama. And some people like to talk and some people like to walk. And unfortunately for you, you got walked. And we're going to see it all play out next week. I agree with you. I agree with you. And did y'all also feel like, so with this fight with Tesehki getting jumped, Rollie gets back in on the Sprinter van after all this shit went down. And she said that she felt like that the crowd was more so there for harm than they were for support. And I kind of felt the same way. I mean, from the egg being thrown to the two guys fighting by the Sprinter bus. Did y'all see that? There was two random ass guys just fighting like crazy. We had no insight to who they were. And then you got this shit going on with Tesehki getting jumped by Rock's friend. The whole energy and the vibe was just dark. I don't know what was going on. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Watching that, I was thinking, had I been there, I would have probably been on the Sprinter van, like in the floor, because I would have been afraid that somebody was just to start shooting. Because anytime, y'all know, at these Zeus events and shit, when they get at these clubs and everybody's drunk and all this shit, and people are fighting and the cameras are out, so motherfuckers want to show out on camera. People pull out guns and shit. I'm like, Rollie, I would be on that Sprinter van so quick. Get me back to the motherfucking hotel. And then we see Camila. Camila says Tesehki came outside, and all of a sudden, Chrisean's two friends jump Tesehki. Which of course, the golden question all night. If you're just now joining, we're talking about Baddies East episode 4, and we're talking about Chrisean getting her friends to jump her sister. So I want to hear from you guys. Make sure you join the conversation in the comments below if you're watching live or you're watching the replay. Do you think it was out of line for Chrisean to have her sister jumped? Is getting your friends to jump your sister crossing the line? You would think it would be common sense here, but hey, not everybody's going to agree. Not everybody does agree. What do y'all think? Okay, can we talk about a moment that kind of made me sad? It broke my heart a little bit. Was when Tesehki was in her confessional, and she's crying, and she says that it devastated her to hear her sister say, "Beat this bitch's ass," as Chrisean's friends were jumping her. Could you imagine your brother or your sister or whomever, your family member's friends, beating the hell out of you, and you hear your family member say, "Beat that bitch's ass"? Could you? The betrayal, the hurt, the disgust, the anger, the disappointment I would feel to know that my own flesh and blood that I grew up with, that we played in the sandbox together, that we did each other's hair, that we stayed up all night talking about boys with, could literally harm me in this kind of way. I felt for Tesehki in that moment. I felt bad for her. I felt so bad for her. And this girl, I just, like, I was so not team Tesehki, because I met Tesehki on Blueface and Chrisean Crazy in Love. I don't know if any of y'all have been watching Crazy in Love on Zeus. That is Blueface and Chrisean's spinoff show that they got. And Tesehki was introduced on there this past season. And I just never really cared for her. I thought she was clout chasing big time. But this was a real raw moment from her. At least it seemed. Her expressing how this feels for her sister to do something like this. And then, just like Crimson Chin said earlier, I don't know if you're still in here, Crimson, or not. The friends, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just pop up in a confessional. We see them. They have an interview. And I'm like, who the fuck? Who is Janet? All of a sudden, we see Janet on screen. And she defending Rock. I'm like, who the fuck is Janet? How does the two friends have confessionals and they're cast members now? Because they jumped the sister? They're that important? Those are extras. Nope. Go in the back where the extras belong. The fuck? You know they did. You know they did, Brittany. They planned it. They planned it because they knew it was going to look good for them to get on the show. And it worked. They're on the show. I hope it was worth it. Faded. Why do I not understand? Apparently, you're at the wrong fucking live, baby. You're at the wrong live, okay? You better ask about me. I've worked in TV. I've worked in reality TV. I've produced it. I know what's fake and what's not. Okay, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, because what you said was it's scripted. Google what scripted means. What do you not understand? Do you know what scripted means? Scripted would be everybody has a script like this right here. And I'm going to memorize my lines. And I'm going to walk into the scene. I'm going to recite those lines and I'm going to act it out. Do you really think half of these bitches could memorize a fucking line? Much less a whole script. It's not scripted. Are scenes set up? Yes. Are they put in scenarios they were never maybe put in? If they were not on a show? Yes. I'm aware that it's reality TV. I'm not stupid. I know what's going on, but it's not scripted. Now, what do you not understand? What do you not understand? Hello? Do I need to pull the receipts? Do I need to pull the receipts? Sure. Chrisean needs to wake up because karma always wins. You can't beat karma. Keep doing people wrong, it'll catch up. I hope she changes for the better while she's young. Right. And what she better watch it before CPS show up with that baby. And I ain't even being shady, but all from what I've seen, she had the baby out, baby's head like this, hanging. Then you got Blueface posting pictures of the baby's genitals on. What is wrong with these people? Karma's really gonna catch up to them. When Janet and Marsh got confessionals, I died. I was like, camera time. But I'm like, really? Is that easy to get on Zeus? And I'm like, could y'all at least introduce these girls in some kind of way? Like, they just threw them up on camera and was like, here. Like, I was trying to figure out what was going on. Marsh looks like oh, or maybe it's the face. Yeah, it's the facial expression she makes because she's always like talking like this right here, like me and Chrisean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just always like this right here. I'm not worried about it. And they tried to extort money from Rock for her phone with the script. Don't you remember this? Faded, baby. I'm not sure what you're talking about. With the script. But you better ask somebody. Tell them, gang. Tell them. Exactly. Rock has a video saying, fuck her fans. She doesn't care about them nor their advice, and they still ride for her. Well, she said herself she doesn't care about being famous. She doesn't want to do it. She hates being famous. So I'm sure she hates her fans too. You know? Don't pay the negativity any minds. I appreciate that. They try to get me and they get me every time. It's okay. It's okay. It's honestly okay. I died when Rock said her friends was going to need Mace to fight her sister. She set them up for her. Really? And that just shows you how much a pussy ass, punk ass bitches that they really are. Y'all gotta jump this girl because you're scared to fight her one-on-one. Which we see Marsh and Tesehki fight at the end. Your eyes are blue and I never noticed. You never noticed that. Yeah. And they're mine. They're mine. They're not contacts. Love from King Ike. If you're sending me love, I'm sending it right back. Mwah. Thank you, boo. Love you. Tesehki friend exposed Rock for leaking her own when she was 17 and acting as if she didn't know who did it. Tesehki hired a private investigator and he pinged it to Tesehki's house. Rock wanted clout. Have y'all heard? I heard something this weekend, and I don't know if this was true or not, but I heard that Rock was alleging that Tesehki used to touch her as a child, and that is dark, and that is going to a whole other place that I don't want to go to. But that's what being said online. Now, I don't know if Rock did a live and she said this. I don't know what, but I'm just like, y'all are really going to a place that the public does not need to know about. You need to go to therapy. I I don't know. Go to the law if you got to. I don't know what's going on there with that family, but when we get into touching children and things like that, it's going way too dark for me. She did say that. She did say it. What did she say it on a live? Like, what happened? Somebody fill me in. What happened? Child, he don't. That's why I didn't even. I'm like, what's this hard? He don't even know what he's talking about. I'm gonna give him a pass. I'm gonna give him a pass. Natalie needs to be off camera now more than ever, and it doesn't have to do with her looks or her age. It's time to hang it up. I agree. I think she needs to. If I was her, I would not come back after this season. I would strictly produce it. I would strictly cast it. Bring in a cast of all fresh-faced, new, young baddies who want an opportunity. And, let's bring the real Bad Girls Club back. You know what I'm saying? She said it. I'm really curious to the ages they all were. She said it on live. Wow. Wow. Let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can find. Wow. And you know what's crazy, y'all? Yes, Dorothy, very dark. But you know what's even crazier about it? This story is fresh, right? Rock just said this recently. But when I Googled this, trying to find this story so we can talk about it, there's an article from August 15th, 2023. What? August 5th, almost 2 months ago, before this was even brought up by Chrisean. There's an article here from Lipstick Alley that says Chrisean Rock's sister Tesehki accused by grown nephew that alleges Tesehki M word. Y'all know what word I'm saying. Touched him when he was 7 years old, and Tesehki was about 10 to 11 years old. Baby, that's some sick, sad shit. I mean, and they were all kids, and it just made me wonder who was touching Tesehki. That's what it made me wonder. I'm not saying it makes her right in any way. It's all disgusting, but oh fuck, I don't want to. I don't feel like we should even be going here, y'all. Yes, which I mean, obviously that plays a huge that's a huge factor of it that comes into play. They were all kids. We do know, when we're kids, weird things do be happening. Okay. I can remember being a kid in a closet with another little boy when I was probably 6, 7, 8 years old, and we touching one another, right? We did that as kids. I don't know what happened with them. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really want to speak on it. Oh, that's the article I just saw. She did, but it was after she was being called a bully, and everyone was praising Tesehki for not hitting Vicki and Anna. So I think, so a lot people think she's lying. As for the nephew, that's still alleged. Hmm. Interesting. It's just sad because it makes me think that there was an adult or somebody in that was in this situation that was touching these children for them to, and maybe not, maybe not, maybe they were just all curious kids doing weird shit that kids be doing. But yeah, let's get back into it, Millennia King. Thank you for changing the subject. I'm trying to figure out why DJ Sky popping off on Out next week. Can we talk about how they paid DJ Sky dust this week? We saw her for like what, 2 seconds up there pretending to be a DJ. They didn't give Scott no camera time, but I mean, really, last season Scott didn't do much. I don't understand them bringing her back. She really didn't do much. She was Chrisean's cheerleader, Chrisean's publicist, Chrisean's manager, Chrisean's agent, Chrisean's bodyguard, her spokeswoman. I mean, do we really need Chrisean? That's why I don't really want to speak on it, Durga, because that's a really touchy subject. Number one, no pun intended. That's a very like that's a subject I just don't want to get too far on, and I don't have a lot of context. I don't know what happened, so I'm going to try to stay out of it. Um, yes, please do. Thank you. I'd like to check out your channel and check out your reviews sometimes. Um, if you want to drop your channel name in the comments for the viewers, in case they want to check out your reviews as well, you could do that. So where are we at in the notes? I want to make sure I don't miss anything. We were talking about Janet. We were talking about Marsh, how they popped up on the scene out of nowhere. At one point, it was complete pandemonium. You had the guys out. There was two men fighting by the Sprinter van. Nobody knows who they are. You got Tesehki and Chrisean arguing back and forth on the bus. We see Tesehki throw water at Chrisean because she's so pissed that her sister had her jumped. Again, this is a pregnant woman subjecting herself to all this. A pregnant woman putting herself in this environment where there's a super high chance for her to be in danger. But the next morning at the hotel, we see Chrisean and Marsh and Janet. They're sitting there. One of them, Janet's getting her hair done. They're sitting there and they're talking about everything. I'm just like, why are they here? Why are they here? But in this scene, I was trying to give Rock the benefit of the doubt up until this scene because I thought maybe, you know, I don't want to say Tesehki was lying, but I couldn't believe that Rock would set her sister up. But then we see this scene with Tesehki, with Rock and Marsh and Janet, and they're all talking, and Rock admits it. She admits to having Tesehki jumped. Proudly admits it. Who needs enemies when you've got family like this? Who needs enemies when you got family like this? Honestly. My biggest issue, as I've said from the beginning, is why did they have to jump her? Because if you can't beat them, jump them. Is that the way y'all think? They were scared of Tesehki. They couldn't handle her one-on-one. I never thought I would be on Latifah's side I never thought I'd be on Tesehki's side, but after this episode, I'm team Tesehki. We talked about Smiley. Rollie says that Tesehki needs to get her lick back. She needs to get her lick back. And I agree, which we end up seeing, right? And can I say this too? I don't know if somebody at Zeus Network has been watching the after shows, because I think they're listening. I think they've been watching and they've been listening. Well, we know they watched one of them because they had our video. They personally had our video taken down. But did y'all notice the scene with Mariah talking to Tesehki? And they were walking down the street of New York, or wherever they were, DC, wherever the hell they were. And I was thinking, bravo, Zeus. Finally somebody said, let's switch it up. Did y'all notice most of any Zeus Network show, they film the scenes in a house, on a Sprinter van, or in a club. That's the only three things we constantly see. Them in the house, them on a Sprinter van, or them in a club. So it was refreshing to see Tesehki and MariahLynn talking, walking down the street. It's different scenery. It's just something different. And I'm like, okay, thank you, Zeus. Finally, give us something a little bit different. It's a little bit different. So Tesehki is downloading Mariah on what happened. And I told y'all, this is one of the scenes that really made me fall for Mariah even more. I was on the fence about her, never really knew who she was, of course, yada, yada, yada. But this scene really made me like her, because it's like she noticed that this was a fucked up situation, and she's taking up for Tesehki and telling her, your own sister did that. If your sister won't be there for you, I will. And if they want to jump you, if they want to put hands on you, I'll put hands on them. And we see next week, shout out to whoever told me that it was Mariah, that we see tagging Janet's head next week. MariahLynn goes in, baby. I'm ready to see that. I'm ready for next week's episode. I am ready for next week's episode, baby. Now, Tesehki tells Mariah that all of this stems from her not fighting Vicki, Mac, and Natalie. Which we talked about that here, right? We kind of said that. This all stems, I think it was a progression of things that just started building up. And then Rock sicked her dogs on him. Sick them. Get them. She got her mutts to do her dirty work. Because Rock claims if she was pregnant, she would have fought Tesehki on her own. Which I do believe. I believe had she not been pregnant, Rock would have just fought Tesehki on her own, and she wouldn't have had her friends do it. I do believe that. But still, you don't have your friends do that, Rock. Come on now. What the fuck? Grow up, little girl. As Mary Cosby would say, little girl. Grow the fuck up, Rock. You're a mother now. Like a whole clown. Mariah literally tried to beat the brakes off Smiley for her sister. She probably can't believe Chrisean. That's probably what it is. Because like you at home, you, Durga, others listening, myself, y'all are probably like just shocked, because like I didn't think people moved like this. Right? I didn't think people actually moved like this. Now, like I said, I could see if they had no history, they never really knew one another growing up. Maybe they hated each other as sisters. I probably could see, okay, whatever. But this is your blood sister that you grew up with in the sandbox. Yeah, it was nice to see. It was nice to see. The sunset was pretty on it. Yeah, I just liked that whole scene. It was something different. I liked it. It seemed real. Mariah knows she can't fight. Well, we'll see next week. We'll see next week when she tags Janet's head. Because apparently she tags Janice's head. What did Dorothy say? You I think it was to keep her word with defending Rock. But I think it was truly because she wanted a moment. She's too big to be sneaking though. But they get a fair round after. Yeah, so did y'all notice one thing I noticed too was when Mariah and Tesehki were talking, Mariah mentioned to Tesehki that she likes Natalie. She wants her and Natalie to, mend things. She doesn't want Tesehki and Natalie to be beefing with one another. And Tesehki says, I grew up with Natalie and watching her on TV. That was my era of reality TV. Tesehki says, I grew up running around the house saying, I run LA, I run LA, I run LA. So it all kind of made sense to me. Like, why Tesehki kind of has gone after Natalie so much. I think she's been a fan of Natalie for all these years. And maybe Natalie did something to her that disappointed her as a fan. I don't know. But obviously, this girl has been watching Natalie all these years. And she was a fan of hers. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we see that. And can we talk about what y'all mentioned earlier? Mariah's impression of Biggie. And it was funny because we did see MariahLynn and Natalie talking together in the house. They were just chit-chatting, and Biggie calls Natalie. And MariahLynn, obviously, I don't know if her and Biggie, they have some kind of beef we don't know about. Something happened off camera. Something happened on social media. I'm not sure what happened. But MariahLynn ain't feeling Biggie. She ain't feeling Biggie. And apparently Biggie drove 9 hours because apparently what's happening is Biggie is going to be showing up at the club or showing up at something. She's coming to meet the Baddies. And she's in Providence, Rhode Island. And she's driving to DC to meet the Baddies. And apparently that's a 9-hour drive. But the only thing that went through my mind was like, Zeus couldn't fly you out? This network with all this money, and they be flying on private jets and shit. And they couldn't put you on a Spirit flight from Rhode Island to DC. A one-way for $20 on Spirit. Maybe Biggie wanted to drive. I don't know. But Natalie, did y'all peep how Natalie called her Sydney Star 3.0? I told y'all that. I said Biggie is just like Sydney Star. She's just like Chef D on Bad Boys. Chrisean knows it too. What? I'm out the loop. I done missed it. Never a day in my life, no matter how much I get into my brothers, I'll have someone jump or watch my brothers being jumped. Exactly. I'm trying to see what you look like, King. You look cute. Your little cartoon, your little what you call it? Picture, thumbnail, whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, you're right. What Mariah lacks. Go. Damn, I can never pop the bubble. What Mariah lacks in skill, she has in heart. That's a good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it. If Tesehki gets in good with Natalie, it's over for Chrisean. And I think Mariah knows this. Mariah trying to put her on the long game. That's a good point, Durga. That's a really, really, really good point. So we can replace Chrisean with Tesehki. I mean, they look alike. They act alike. They both make decent music. I'm glad you got a good laugh out of it, Brandy. What happened with Biggie and Rollie? I thought they were cool, but they ended up fighting. I know, right? We're gonna see that play out this season where they end up fighting, which I'm ready to see an activated Rollie. Rollie's got to play the back seat for these first few episodes, but I'm ready to see her activated. You know what I'm saying? That shows her beef with Nat and everyone would have been Rock's beef, which is known. But it's sad how that sounds. Glad her and ET are cool. ET tagged her in a recent post and they showed love. I wonder, is ET gonna be a replacement? I wonder why, because I thought she was a part of the cast. I think she's the replacement. And do y'all notice how Stunna Girl is just disappeared? Did we get an explanation on what happened? We never heard her say, I'm going home. This is not for me. Like, am I missing something? Was I gone for the episode? Stunna Girl just poof, disappeared. That's it. Avatar. Avatar flirty. Am I flirting with an avatar? Am I flirting with King's avatar? That's the name that I was trying to think of. Thank you, Durka. Mariah impersonated Biggie so damn well. Laughed my ass off. Oh, thank you, Damien. My pick is an avatar. There you go. Sorry, y'all. I couldn't get it out. Yes, you're very handsome. You're very handsome. They sound alike too. Yeah, let me show y'all what I got while I'm over here digging. When it comes to pumpkin, I'm like a white girl, okay? I got these at Aldi. Y'all have an Aldi where you live? I love anything pumpkin. I'm not gonna eat a lot though, because I don't want to be crunching and eating on camera. But I needed some. Y'all be taking the words out of my mouth. That's what I think. That's what I think too, Devin. That's the problem right there. I don't think she realizes, like, it's like that person in school who's constantly trying to fit in with the popular people, but the popular people are clowning you and making fun of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Biggie does. And it's just like, girl, like, read the room. And not only does the cast not want her there, and not only do the cast clown her for being there, the fans do it too. We don't want her there, and we clown her too. And not clown in a way to where we bully. Y'all know I don't like going that far with shit like that, but we don't. And I'm sure there are some of you who do want Biggie there. No shade to the Biggie fans in the building, but to me, she's not entertaining. To me, she's annoying, and to me, she does too much to try to fit in. If she would be the real Biggie, I'm sure she'd be likable. Girl, you know who I'm talking about. Lover or hater. Lover or hater, because I'm not like a Stunna Girl fan, but it is what it is. I want to know what happened to her. You know what I'm saying? Brittany says she missed Stunna. She said she's making more money booking shows on her own. But I just wish they would have. Zeus does a poor job of introducing us to people, and they do a poor job of when people leave the show. Like, y'all not going to tell us what happened? Natalie probably called Biggie. Well, just like Mystical, I used to say that about Sydney Star. I never thought Sydney Star was just showing up at these places unwanted. I always thought it was Natalie or production getting her to do it so they could edit it and clown her to make her look like she's stalker obsessed showing up, you know. That's it. That was it. Is she even in the opening credits anymore? I wonder if she's even in the opening credits. Thank you, boo. Oh, look at that. The hearts went up. Thank you. I appreciate that. Was it Mariah who asked if Chrisean focused on Tesehki's music getting noticed? Love how she was sticking with the Z. Yes, Devin. She said, how did Mariah word it? But she said something along the lines of, your sister should be supporting you and uplifting you with your music and encouraging you, you know, promoting your music on the road, not out here getting you jumped. And I'm like, she's right. If that was my brother, I have a, I mean, I have a sister, but we don't really get to see each other much. So I'm just going to say brother because I'm more close to my brother. But if I had a brother and I was on a show and this show is really popular and my brother was coming on the show and he was a rapper or whatever, I'm going to want him to get his music out there and help him in every way I can, not get him jumped by my friends when we get into a fucking fight. Where they do that at? Like, what? I'm just, we already saw that one. Okay. I guess she does bring some entertainment value. Maybe some. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air. I love it when you call me Big Papa. I hate y'all. Go to bed. Go to bed, okay? Y'all aren't doing this to me on this good Sunday night. Thank you, Durga. Thank you. Again, what I'm thinking, y'all be saying, and sometimes I just can't articulate it. Their storytelling skills are very poor. And that's why I'm confused because Lemuel, how do you say his name? Lemon Pepper Plummer, the CEO of Zeus. He has worked for BET. He has worked for VH1. He has worked for these big networks. So he knows how the game goes. He knows what, well, I mean, I would like to say that he knows, but he knows in reality TV what storytelling is and how to produce a good show and editing and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm confused, as you would think that Lemmy has no TV experience and he just created an app. That's what it seems like, but he's got years of experience in this. So that's why I'm confused as to why his shows feel like you just pick up a book and you start reading it halfway through. And then you flip a few chapters and you read, like, it's just all over the place. Stunna went live and trashed Zeus, including Lemmy. So that's probably why they didn't give her a proper exit. Oh, I didn't know that. What did she say? Regardless of what her experience was with Zeus, we wouldn't know who you was if it wasn't for Zeus, mama. I wouldn't have. I don't think I would have known who she was. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yep, yep, yep. You're right. What were the accusations? And before you tell me, do I need to get my allegedly sign out? Where my sign at? What were the accusations? All right now. All right now. All right now. Don't be up here flirting with me. Thank you, Asia. I appreciate it, babe. Thank you so much. That's so cool. They're not gonna give Stunna a departure explanation. She exposed. Where's the sign? Somebody get the sign. Where's the sign? Hold on, y'all. We gotta have the sign. We can't be doing all that. Y'all know they be allegedly. Okay? They're not gonna give Stunna a departure explanation. She allegedly exposed Lemmy for allegedly sleeping with the cast allegedly besides her and giving them allegedly STDs. I don't want to touch that. She said that. Now, I knew Lemmy wasn't faithful to. I knew Lemmy was not faithful to. Let me just go ahead and keep this sign out for a minute. I knew Lemmy was not faithful, allegedly, to Janisha. The way he beat up Natalie's ass so much, you can't tell me Lemmy ain't done hit Miss Nunn. You can't tell me he ain't done tapped Miss Nunn a few times in the boardroom. Not giving them STDs. Oh my gosh. Surely not. Surely not. Surely not purposely. Surely to God it was all accidental STDs and shit. I need to go find this live. Let me see if I can find this live. I believe Vicki may want to leave after getting beat up. Then that's when Suki would show up. Oh, God, you know what? This season is already so explosive. Like, there's already so much happening. I totally forgot that we've got people that we haven't even seen yet who are going to be showing up, like Suki, like E.T. And you're right. That's when Vicki leaves after she gets beat up. Yeah, you're right. Biggie never let her insecurities go. It's sad because she could be that girl, which is why Rollie doesn't like her. Exactly. And see, I think that's the difference. It has nothing to do with Biggie's weight. It has nothing to do with the way she talks. It has nothing to do with none of that. If Biggie would just be real the way Rollie does, Rollie's just herself, and we fell in love with her for that. But we can't connect with Biggie. We can't connect with her. To me, that comment asking if Rock is focused on her music was throwing shade, saying, "Is she mad about you being on the show because you're becoming your music is going to get noticed?" You think it was throwing shade? I thought she was just saying, your sister should be helping you get your music even more out there because she knows that, just like Mariah, Tesehki, and Mariah, they're both trying to get their music into mainstream, right? And Vicki, aka Miss Waldrop, drip drop, should leave. Hearing about her homophobia and racism has left me disgusted with looking at her on my screen. I agree, Dorothy. I agree. And listen, tonight when I was watching her and I was looking at her, I had felt no remorse. That's like somebody came in the comments last week and they said that we shouldn't have been making fun of Vicki last week and the way her mouth is, the way she does her mouth, like because of some kind of disorder that she has or something. Bitch, you come for me and my community and my folks. You want to talk all your gay shit. You want to talk trash about the community with no remorse for you, ho. Fuck you and your mouth. Okay? No remorse for Vicki. I don't give a shit. The shit that we sat up on this live last week and I read that she said, comparing people like me to Jeffrey Dahmer, she can go sit on a dildo dipped in acid for all I give a fuck. Honestly. What I just said, mystical. What I just said, and I'm not talking about some shit that Vicki said years ago. This is some shit Vicki said as recent as January 2023. Last week on the after show here, somebody brought up that Vicki has made numerous homophobic, racist remarks. And I decided to Google it because I thought, okay, maybe she said some dumb shit when she was 13 years old on the internet and it's caught up to her, you know, whatever. Still doesn't excuse it, but whatever, right? And I Googled it and I found a story of her preaching at a school or something back in January and her talking about how all gay people are child molesters and how Jeffrey Dahmer went to prison and found God and was no longer gay and all this bullshit. That I'm like, why the fuck would Zeus even put this white trailer trash hillbilly hoe on TV anyway? I would love to know who made that decision. Homophobia and racism. Yes, ma'am. Exactly. Biggie is amusing to laugh at, not laugh with. That's why she isn't good for baddies, not until she goes to therapy and heal. Because I feel like I feel that she was, because I feel she's still that ostracized kid. Yeah, I could see that. I think she probably battles a lot of things from childhood, being made fun of, being picked on, and you know, it probably feels fulfilling being on this show, being on TV. It's probably like, okay, all you people who made fun of me, look at me now, I'm on TV. You know what I'm saying? That's probably how she feels, like redemption or something. Oh, you ain't gotta tone it down. You ain't gotta tone it down. I didn't tell you to tone it down now. I meant Biggie. Brandy agrees with you, Devin. Kind of like we were talking about earlier, just that it just seems like, kind of like how I just said, I just feel like she does the most to try to fit in, you know, and obviously these girls don't really like her or want her around, and she don't, it's like she doesn't read the room, you know. Lemon Pepper. Stunna exposed Lemmy for sleeping with all the cast and giving them STD. I heard he abuses Scotty, SAs her, and beats her, locking her in with security in front while she screams. Now, come, now, Devin, where are you hearing this from? Because we can't just be saying shit now. I'm not saying you are just saying shit, but we got, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get Tasha Cade. Allegedly. All things said on this platform are alleged. All things said on this platform are alleged. And all the views and opinions are those who comment. Okay? This is Devin's opinion or Devin's facts or whatever wherever Devin got this from is Devin's, okay? Blame Devin. Don't blame me. Sorry, Devin. I love you, Devin. And bangs on the door for help. I don't know if that's true, but I heard it twice. My thing is, if this is true, I would pray to God that she would not go back to this show. I don't see why she would still be. But then again, I don't know. They say people who be abused often go back to the abuser. I was in a relationship with a dude who would out of nowhere just hit me when I'd be in vulnerable positions, like sitting down or walking down the stairs, and somebody push you down the stairs. I've been in situations like that, and I, from the outside looking in, I would tell myself, leave, dumbass. But I stayed, continued to stay, thinking things will get better. He'll change for me. And they don't change. So I don't know. I don't know. I think it might be due to viewers feeling she isn't genuine. That's it, Dorothy. Thank you. That's it. With Biggie, they just don't like. She doesn't come off genuine or relatable. It comes off as fugazi. And I think Christina from the first season allegedly backed her up on that. She had her allegations too back then. Oh shit. Y'all done opened a can. Y'all done opened a can of worms that I can't close now. Allegedly, that y'all remember when Christina was supposed to be on Baddies South and unexpectedly she backed out? And we got really no explanation, or it was some weird explanation from Natalie why Christina wasn't joining. And I feel like I remember hearing Christina say something about some allegations of some things going on behind the scenes. So y'all may be on to something here. God damn it, Devin and Brandy. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. One person says they have inside knowledge. We need to get Scotty up here. We need to get Scotty on the show. I can't wait for Suki and Rollie's fight. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. You're right. Marsh and Janet sound like white ladies. Did they? Not white ladies. Allegedly, Lemmy Pepper Stepper with... Lori! There's my boo Lori. And Dallas. Zeus is STD Central. Even Bobby's show had that allegation. Oh my gosh. Hi, Dallas. I'm so glad you're here. I can't wait to watch Vicki get her ass beat. I will have my kettle pop. Tell Jayla that too. She don't fuck with the girls either. I've been clocked Jayla. Y'all remember was she on Baddies South? I clocked Jayla's tea long time ago that she was on some homophobic type shit. That part. That's why that part. That's why I only fuck with certain types of Christians. You can't be a Christian and do all that. I love I I love the person, hate the sin, but love the sinner. Nope. You can't. Nope. And that's the type of bitch Vicki is. Thank you, YouTube. Party, party, party. Let's all get wasted. Right, trying to spread the word of God when it's really venom that she's spreading. I think Rollie just dislikes people that don't have a personality of their own. Her saying something is off about Smiley shows she may be spiritual, and Biggie is kind of, to be honest, so it may arc her spirit. Yeah, Rollie's a good judge of character. I can't deal with ignorance, and that's what Vicki is. Straight up. And that ain't alleged. That's facts. Straight up. I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. Thank you. Who is that? Let me Google him. Stephen Q. Urkel. Who is that? That's like Steve Urkel. From Family Matters. Steve Urkel. That's who it was. Wait, you talking about the actor that plays him? which is Jaleel White. Devin said he got the tea, and the tea is piping hot. Right, Devin, who you know that worked for Zeus? Yes. Right, that's why I said you're gonna get me in trouble, Devin. Oh, it's okay. Thank you. Thank you. No. But you know what? I learned from that it had less to do with me and more to do with him. And I'm not mad about it. I've forgiven that man a long time ago. Um, he was just young, stupid, grew up in a toxic childhood, trauma like a lot of people have that needs to be dealt with. But it's okay. Thank you though. I'm curious to hear what Amber Ali has to say. Do y'all remember Amber Ali from Jocelyn's Cabaret, who sued Zeus Network when Jocelyn and Jocelyn's husband Ballistic jumped all over her? And she sued the network and they settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. I'm sure Amber could tell us some things. Lori, I missed you so much. I hope you're still here. Mwah. I don't know if you're here or not, but I missed you and I'm glad to see you. And I hope you and the kids are doing well. These are allegations. Thank you, Devin. Keep that in mind. But I do remember a baddie saying this, but it bypassed me. I'm not lying. I wouldn't say this for drama. It's crazy. I hope it's not true. It explains why she seems depressed. I don't think you would come on here lying for drama either. Because we do hear things on the internet. We do see things. People who have worked on shows have told me things. I'm not saying Zeus, just in general. People talk. So, it could be. Took the words out my mouth. Sorry you went through that. Many of us have. So we're here for you. Thank you. Thank you. I talked about that one week. I forgot what after show it was, but about how domestic violence is so, 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 so common. Like your next door neighbor is probably dealing with it. One of your best friends are probably dealing with it. Your coworkers, somebody at your job is probably dealing. It's very, very common, and especially in homosexual relationships. I know a guy who used to be a cop who taught criminal justice, and he said that when he was a cop, the most domestic violence cases that he had to answer to, that he had to, pull up to, were between two men, two gay men. Which I mean, kind of makes sense too, because men are, testosterone, rah, they fight, whatever. Not excusing it by no means, because I hate fighting. I'm not a fighter like that. But I could see it. Lemon pepper wings, baby. That's what they're saying, Lori. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. And I hope it's not true. I hope it's not true. Because if it's true, it's going to come to the light eventually. And y'all know it will. I pray to God it's not true. I don't want it to be true. And you know what? I was watching the Natalie and Lemmy did an interview with the Breakfast Club. You can go watch it on YouTube. It's on YouTube right now. And somebody in the comments, actually, it was more than one person in the comments, were talking about how that their spirit just didn't sit well with Lemmy. It was something about Lemmy that just was off. I don't know. I don't know. I can't give you details of what she did because I would have to go back and watch. But there were a lot of questionable things that Jayla has said and done over the course of her years on reality TV, making little comments, saying little things that would just make you wonder if she's, homophobic, doesn't like gay people, looks at trans girls like, ew, you want to be me, that type of girl. Um, but you could go back and look at some of the Baddies South after shows because I talked about it there for sure. I remember it. I remember it. I've always thought Jayla was down low homophobic. Love you too, babe. But I know I'm behind on some of these comments. I know. Let me get caught up. Right? It was so dark, Dallas. It was so dark. Right? Like, how do y'all cut it when Tesehki is chewing this bitch up? Love you too, boo. Honestly, I really do. Besides that, she's like, yeah. And it could just be ignorance. Because some people say shit and they don't think it's offensive to others. They just might be saying it innocently, not thinking it would hurt anybody. And it could. I don't know. I don't want to think Jayla is homophobic, but I can only go off of what she says and does. And he will. Ooh, damn! I hope that ain't true, but I can see it. He does look a little nerdy, doesn't he? He doesn't like that nerdy kid in school who got some money and now he's got the fine wife. God, I just don't want to hope he's doing that. I just hope he's not doing that. I live in LA and people endure a lot for fame and to be known. It's actually really sad. Yeah, I can only imagine. Look, I could only imagine. The stories I've heard, even rappers, they talk about rappers. Well, rappers be doing some of the things that you could never imagine just to be famous. Come in here and drop to your knees and I'll give you a deal. Come in here and bend over my desk and I'll put you on a sitcom. Come in here and suck on these nuts and I'll do this, this, and that. You know what I'm saying? I used to like Jayla, but now she rubs me in the wrong way with her superior complex, transphobia, and homophobia. So it ain't just me, it ain't just some of the others. A lot of people have kind of peeped this. Y'all need to go back. If you're wondering what we're talking about regarding Jayla, you'll have to go back and watch some of her season of Baddies South. And that's what it was. She made some comment. This is not the only thing she did, but one of the things she did is, if y'all remember on Baddies South, I think it was, Sydney Starr kept showing up. She kept popping up, and Jayla made some transphobic remarks. Just some not so nice things. Um, at this point, I'm just waiting for the next episode so we can see more footage of the groupie twins getting what's coming to them for jumping. Yes, I'm ready for it. Next week's episode is going to be so good. And you guys, you want to make sure that you don't miss it, okay? So turn on your post notifications so YouTube will notify you when I go live each and every Sunday night at 10, 9 Central, That's 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. on the East Coast, 7 p.m. on the West Coast, and 8 p.m. Mountain Time for all you out there in the mountains. We've been I've been live for 2 hours and 16 minutes, so we're gonna wrap this up in the next 10 to 15 minutes because I do have to film an after show for Jocelyn's Cabaret. So, any last minute question? I can't even be serious because I can't even be serious with y'all because I'm sitting here trying to do my thing. I look over at a comment that said Lemmy's head is so narrow. Look, I can't talk too much about people's heads because I got a big old watermelon head of my own. But Lemmy do got a light bulb. He got a light bulb shaped head. That's what it is. It's like, and I used to think he was cute. I really used to think Lemmy was cute. I really did. I thought he was an attractive man, but any last minute comments, questions, anything y'all want to ask me, you can ask. Any comments about the show. If you want to come up before we get off, you can come on stage and you can talk to me. I'll bring you up on screen. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. I would love to meet some of you guys. Don't be shy. Ooh, Devin. Not Travis Scott, her friends. Or her fans. Oh, Lord. That's the comment that I looked over and saw, and I started chuckling. Don't drag me, Damien. I'm mad I missed your other lives, but I won't miss another one. You better not miss another one. I want you front and center each and every Sunday night, okay? It's okay. This is only my fourth live ever. I started doing lives with Baddies East. So the entire season of Baddies East, we're going to be going live. The Jocelyn's Cabaret after show is pre-recorded, so I don't usually go live with that one because Baddies is I have to say it, I have to admit it, and it's hard for me to admit, but Baddies is the more popular show. Even though I do enjoy Jocelyn's Cabaret more most of the time, Baddies is the more popular show. I hate to admit that. It may not be the most entertaining, to my opinion, but to the fans, y'all like Baddies East better. So it's okay. What did she say about Sydney? I can't remember verbatim what she said. I can't remember. Just go back to Baddies South, and I think it's towards, you'll see, just look for the episode that's got Sydney coming in, because Sydney wasn't a part of the cast. So it'll be an episode where she comes in, and you'll see what she says something. I'll have to go back and watch. Damn. Whose mama sold them into trafficking? God damn. Hey there, how are you? Thanks for joining. I haven't seen you here before, but thank you for joining. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. Mwah. Thank you, Brandy. I have so much fun too. I can't wait for you to be back next week. Thank you for always tuning in and supporting me and supporting my content and just being here. I love you so much. I'm the guy that got into it with Armand Wiggins at the premiere. At the premiere of Baddies. Do tell. Do spill the tea. Your head isn't watermelon. It's like a... You know what's funny? Somebody came into my Instagram pictures trying to shade me once. Actually, it was sometime this year. It was recent. And they were like, bitch, you look like an alien. And I'm like, I take it as a motherfucking compliment, okay? I take it as a motherfucking compliment because If I look like an alien, I'm a one fine ass alien, baby. And if I do look like an alien, please come down and abduct me from this place we call Earth. Please. I come in peace. How do they do it? Come down and take me from this motherfucking planet. At least we know we're gonna see the full fight. I don't really care for DJ Scott and Anna's fight. Oh, that's who Anna May fights? DJ Scott? Yeah, I don't care for it either, especially since we found out that Anna May is pussy meat anyway. She ain't gonna do shit. Where is he cute at, Damien? I want you to be for real. Listen, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. But I apparently I be finding a lot of people cute that a lot of other people don't find cute. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think I think it was because he had this nerdy look to him, and he was kind of talk nerdy, and he's a little, super skinny dude. I don't know. Like I don't really have a type. I don't know. I guess I'm just a hoe. He looks like he spits when he talks. I got to get going, but I'll definitely tune in next Sunday. Everyone stay safe and have a good one. Thank you so much, King. I appreciate you jumping on the live tonight and supporting me and being so kind and being so cute. Thank you for the love and support. And I'll see you next week. Mwah. Let me stop for he find me and beat me. How do you feel about how produced that fight was for Tesehki and Chrisean's friends, but yet no footage of her getting jumped on the sprinter? I see a camera mounted on the wall. That's a good point. How do they have no footage of that? But if it was produced, though, don't you think they would have it on camera? If it was produced, wouldn't it be on camera? Like if they were going to stage a moment, you would want to capture it on camera. But I do agree with you. Like, where's the footage? Because they put on the screen as cameras were down to Tesehki and Chrisean's friends. It's like, Zeus, do your fucking job. Why are cameras down? Why are cameras down? Because conveniently, every time something spicy or juicy happens, cameras are down. Like, is nobody doing their fucking job? Hey, Mariah, nice to see you, boo. You made it in at the tail end of the after show. However, you can go back and watch once it's posted. So I'll be here a few more minutes, but any of your comments, concerns, any last minute questions, anything like that, make sure you leave them. I feel like they were trying to edit and manipulate the jumping incident. I was hoping they didn't show her throwing water first, then her being jumped to make Tesehki look like the aggressor. They were. Now that you say that, they were low-key trying to edit and manipulate it, I feel like, too. I need to go back and watch. What did y'all think before we get off here? We see where Natalie got all the girls together at the end of the episode, and she wants Tesehki, her and Tesehki make amends. They talk about how they never had no beef with one another and how Chrisean was the main catalyst for their fight. They squash their beef and they move on. And Natalie says, I'm going to let you do your big one with the Meatball Twins. We're going to call them the Meatball Twins since Tesehki likes using the term meatballs. So the Meatball Twins. And we see Marsh versus Tesehki. Now, I didn't see a lot of connecting at first when Marsh and Tesehki collided. However, at the very tail end, I did see what looked like Tesehki just going wah, 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 straight at her. And it connected. So, and they cut it. And I'm very curious to see how it all ends next week. And you don't want to miss it. So make sure you guys tune into the episode. And then you come over here for the after show where we break down the most explosive moments of the episode. Let me see what you guys are saying last minute. Oh, I know, babe. I know. I didn't take that shady at all. I was just saying that somebody came on my Instagram once and they were trying to be shady by saying that I look like an alien. I know that yours wasn't shade. Because when they said it, I'm like, you're trying to offend me, but actually there's nothing wrong with aliens. Damn it. Gotcha. I think aliens are cute, so it's a compliment. They tried to shade me when it wasn't shade. I usually just watch your Baddies reviews. I like you. I enjoy this live. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you for joining my lives. Thank you for leaving your thoughts and opinions, even if they weren't the most popular opinions, and even if some people didn't agree with you. I appreciate you for joining and speaking your truth. Wondering why they didn't film Tesehki getting jumped, or why nobody in that van helped Tesehki while she got jumped. I get they barely met her, but damn, at least attempt to help. Good point, Nugget. And how are you doing, Nugget? Good to see you. Glad you're back. That's a good point. Two things here. Why is there no footage of Tesehki getting jumped? And why did nobody help? Like you said, I get they all met one another, but aren't y'all supposed to be one group, one band, one sound? Had Mariah been there, I feel like Mariah would have done something. Maybe it happened. I don't know. Maybe we're missing something here. You know, maybe Tesehki was one of the first ones out of the club. Maybe all the girls weren't out there to see it. I don't know. We're missing something. I would really like to get one of these girls on the after show. I would really like to interview one of these girls to get some answers. But, you know, some of these girls act like they Beyonce or something, and you got to fly them out and all this shit and do in-person interviews. Girl, we just trying to do a Zoom interview and call it a day. Okay? I just want to do a Zoom interview with one of these girls. If I could interview somebody on the channel, who would y'all want me to try and interview? I don't know why she fought a fast food worker. They got crazy hands. Ooh, who's the fast food worker? They're trying to protect Rock's image, though she looks bad, and probably want to avoid a lawsuit. My nose is running, y'all. It's gotten colder here. I dread this cold weather. This is why I want to live in Florida. I don't like this cold weather. Chapped lips and runny nose just ain't the vibe. But she can still get the footage legally. If there is any footage, you think they got footage and they're just trying to protect Rock? I feel like that they don't care about Rock that much. I feel like if they had the footage, they would have shown it. Unless there's something legal there that we don't know about. Just watched a slow-mo of the next on clip with the fight. And it looks like MariahLynn clocks the shit out of one of the Hooters twins to defend Tesehki. Yes, one of the subscribers, Dorothy, earlier in the chat said that MariahLynn is the one that clocks the hell out of, what's her name? Y'all were calling Janet. MariahLynn clocks the hell out of Janet. I'm ready to see that one. Hey there, my love. How are you? Thanks for joining the after show. OMG, Damien. I thought the same thing about Lemmy. He was kind of cute. Okay, gotta go. I'm leaving Santa Cruz and heading back down in Sacramento. Love you all. Forgot you were in Santa Cruz. That's right. Get back home safe if you're seeing this. Hope you guys had a great time in Santa Cruz. And see, I wasn't the only one that thought Lemmy was cute. I was the only one. See, I was the only one that wanted to sit on his face at one point. I wanted to sit on that light bulb head. But now he just ain't cute to me no more. I hope these allegations aren't true. Dallas. Not Ryan Destiny. You talking about Marsh? Oh my gosh. She does look like a less cute version of Ryan Destiny, now that you say that. Ryan's way cuter. That was cute, but Tesehki was ready to fight. She didn't have time for making amends on that. No, she didn't. She didn't. She's like, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Let's go. I'm ready to motherfucking rumble in this bitch. Like Anna, for example, has a pea-sized head. Shut up, Mystical. You in the heads. So we got light bulb head Lemmy. We got alien head Damien. And we got pea-sized head Anna Mae. She does have a little weird shaped head, don't she? Yes, yes. I will totally give you my email, boo. I will totally give you my email. Rob gonna get jealous if Tesehki and Mariah build a sisterhood outside of the show. That'd be nice. I'd like to see that. He ain't buff enough for me. Lemmy. Well, you know, that's like I don't really have a type. I would date a guy super skinny like me. And I've been talking to a guy who's in the NFL, and he's buff. I mean, you know, he's buff. So, and I would even talk to a guy with a dad bod. I don't care what size you are. I ain't got a type, you know. So I would bump bones with Lemmy as long as these allegations weren't true. Janet's legs were bending to the floor. You talking about when Mariah was tagging that ass? Way less cute. Way less cute. MariahLynn versus Janet got beat. Versus Tesehki versus Vicki, she got beat up versus Mariah. Say what now? Oh, MariahLynn versus Janet. Okay, you guys. Any last words, any last comments before we go? If you haven't already, I have posted a vlog to my channel. Just, you know, at the park with me and my family, trying to change things up here on the channel, do some different things, let you guys see my life outside of all this right here. So I'm gonna be, you know, experimenting with different types of content. If you haven't checked out my blog, make sure you check that out. Also, the Jocelyn's Cabaret New York after show will be airing probably in the morning. If not in the morning, it'll probably be in the afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. I have to record it after this, and then I'll have to upload it and all that good stuff. So give me a good 12 to 24 hour turnaround for that. So be looking out for the Jocelyn's Cabaret after show. Make sure if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, get subscribed by clicking that subscribe button right below. Also, share this video with your friends. Tell your friends about the channel. Invite them on to party with us. Make sure you also click the thumbs up button and like this video right below the channel. When you like the thumbs up button, YouTube will share this video out so more people like yourself can find us and we can get in the algorithm. Last but not least, join the conversation. I would love to hear from you guys on what you thought about this episode. Here's our last minute comments before we go. Marsh was walking like a zombie when Tesehki was punching her. but Tesehki was taking it lightly at first on purpose, then clocked her balance. Yeah, I think Marsh is gonna be old meatball Marsh. She's gonna be in for a run for her money. And we're gonna see all that play out next week. Got to get off the chat in a minute for work, but this was so great as usual. Love y'all. Have a good night. Dorothy, I'm so glad you were here, and you have been each and every week, and I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for riding with me. Thank you for partying with me and the rest of the squad. I love you so much, and I'll see you next week as well. Durga, thank you for the live. This was better than the show. Good night, love. Oh my God, what a compliment. Thank you, Durga. Oh my goodness, that makes me feel so good. Wow, better than the show? Wow, I appreciate that. Mwah. Sending you guys all my love. Sending you guys hugs, kisses. I appreciate you all for watching. Thank you for rocking with me. And, we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. Mwah. See ya.